Hello friends, a pleasant day to all of you. Hope you are all doing wonderful. Let me start today's session with the joke of the day. Shall I? One day, three women, they discussed a lot and they came to a conclusion that they wanted to rob a supermarket. They wanted to enter that supermarket that night and they wanted to rob that supermarket. So they have decided. When they had it done, when they had discussed everything, they came to a conclusion. It is an execution now. It is night at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock when the shopkeeper had closed down the shutter and he left the place, and then that they had decided to encroach into that supermarket. Somehow they could open that back door of supermarket and they slowly entered that and they wanted to start their business. Just then when they wanted to start that, a policeman who was on his patrolling that day, he heard some noise from inside the supermarket and he thought something fishy is happening inside and he wanted to check what's happening. And to his astonishment, he found that the back door of the supermarket was open. And he understood something very fishy is happening, and he also entered very slowly into the market. It was totally dark because all the lights were switched off, nothing is visible, and he entered the supermarket. And nothing is visible and he couldn't see anyone, and so he was touching everything and finding out if it is a man or if it is a human, somebody is there inside. He was trying to know. And these three women, they understood that someone has entered the supermarket with the noise that happened near the back door. And so they wanted to hide themselves. They found 3 potato sacks in which the potatoes will be packed. Those sacks they found and they wanted to hide themselves in those 3 sacks. And 3 of them took one each and they entered into those sacks and they tied themselves very tight. And this policeman was on his investigation, and suddenly he found 3 packets at his foot, and he found and he thought he wanted to touch them and find out what is there inside, and he kicked the first packet and it said meow meow. Oh, it's just a cat, he thought. And he kicked the second one and it said woo woo woo. Oh, it's just a dog, he thought. And he kicked the third one. And she is a very intelligent lady and she said, potato, potato. Then you can understand the rest, what happened, right? So this is the joke I wanted to share with you. And let us begin our session with today's vocabulary. As part of vocabulary, today I wish to introduce 2 new words. Let us begin. The first word I wish to introduce today is bestow. Bestow, B-E-S-T-O-W. Bestow means to give as a gift. To give as a gift. Example for this word bestow is Mother Earth has bestowed many gifts on its children. Mother Earth has bestowed many gifts on its children. Gold medal is bestowed on the top ranker. Gold medal is bestowed on the top ranker. If you can observe, this on, preposition on is used after bestow. Bestow on, bestow upon. Only on or upon are used as prepositions for the verb bestow. Don't use any other preposition like with. Some people make mistakes using this bestow word. They use with as a preposition for bestow, but with is not used for bestow. Only on or upon are used as prepositions for bestowed. So gold medal is bestowed on the top ranker. That is why it is on the top ranker, not to the top ranker or for the top ranker. It is wrong to use. On the top ranker is the correct usage. The second word I wish to introduce today is gratification. 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 Gratification means satisfaction. Satisfaction. So teaching English gives me intense gratification. Instead of saying teaching English gives me satisfaction, I can say it gives me gratification. And then nowadays people are seeking gratification in luxuries. People are seeking gratification in luxuries. Instead of getting gratification from affection and love, they are seeking gratification in luxury. So I can say they are seeking gratification instead of saying satisfaction in luxuries, gratification in luxuries. So these are the two words I wish to introduce today. The first one is bestow and the other one is gratification. Please use these words in your sentences and practice them, and these words will become your active part of the vocabulary. These are most commonly used words in our day-to-day language, so these words will definitely help in your daily spoken English. So since we had already completed 3 sessions on gap fillers, this session is going to be the last session on gap fillers or connectors. Okay, so there are so many gap fillers, so many connectors, but I have chosen only a certain gap fillers that are regularly used, so that those can help us in our day-to-day life. In future I'll be sharing more and more gap fillers with you, but these are most commonly used gap fillers, and I have covered only very important and essential gap fillers in these sessions. So today the first type of connectors that we are going to see are the connectors expressing sequence. Many a times we have to show the sequential order of our points or our ideas. So when we have to show such a sequence, we have to add these kind of sequencing gap fillers. We can show much clarity in our expression also. These connectors connect the sentences or paragraphs logically, so much clarity can also be given to our expression. The first connector I wish to introduce today in the category of connectors showing the sequence. The first one is firstly, secondly. Firstly, you need to mix the flour. Secondly, you need to add all the ingredients. Firstly, you need to mix the flour. Secondly, you need to add all the other ingredients. First what we need to do, and then what we are supposed to do. These things are expressed through this firstly. And then the next word I wish to introduce today is first of all. First of all, this is another great way to introduce your points and list them chronologically. First of all, what is to be done first of all is to be explained using the word first of all here. First of all, I think learning another language is easy. Second of all, it only takes a few minutes a day. So first of all, second of all. In the first place, in the second place, the next phrase I wish to introduce here is in the first place, in the second place. These connectors are used commonly in speech, writing, formal and informal contexts. He isn't qualified to talk about the fight. He wasn't even there in the first place. When I say he wasn't even there in the first place, he was not at all there. How can he speak about that fight? Okay, so he's not at all there in the first place. Means the most important thing is he's not at all there. And the next one is lastly. Lastly, when all the things are explained in chronological order, the last word that can be used is lastly. Can be used in any context to state the last point of a topic. It's a great way to conclude your thoughts. Lastly, the effects of chemicals must be taken into consideration. Lastly, the effects of chemicals must be taken into consideration. In a laboratory, chemistry laboratory, your chemistry lecturer will say, you have done all the experiments, but lastly you have to take into consideration the effects of these chemicals. You can also say finally. In the place of lastly, you can also use finally as an alternative. The same sentence can be explained using finally. Finally, you have to take into consideration the effects of the chemicals. Okay, so in this way we can use these expressions in order to make the sequence. So the last category of connectors are concluding connectors. Finally, see, this word is a connector. Finally, how do you let your reader know that you have reached the end? By using the word finally or lastly. Just now I have used the word lastly. You can also use finally. that you can show the reader or the listener that you have reached the end of your topic. There are certain connectors that we usually use during conclusions, or when we have reached the end of what we wanted to say. When writing or stating conclusions, you usually repeat the most important points. Alright, so in order to conclude a session, in order to complete a concluded topic or a speech or a writing, these words or phrases can be used. The first one that can conclude using the word in conclusion. In conclusion. Generally we find this in conclusion in our essay writing, right? This phrase is used in formal writing, and so in essay writing most of us use in conclusion while concluding a paragraph in an essay or a report, right? So in conclusion, we can't ignore the role modern science plays in our everyday lives. Modern science, essay on modern science, right? Many of us might have written this modern science and its role in the present day. We can't ignore the role of modern science in present day. In conclusion is the word it summarizes with. And the next phrase I wish to introduce here is to summarize. To summarize. This phrase is used both in speech and also in writing. In conclusion is generally not used in speech, but this to summarize can be used in speech also and writing also. To summarize, these points are very important. To summarize, without following the guidelines, we cannot prevent infection. To summarize, that means to sum up, to sum it up, like that we can say. The next word is, or the next phrase is to sum up. To sum up. Sum up can be used very casually or formally in writing or in conversations. Anywhere you can use to sum up. To sum up, I think we need to stop our arguments. To sum up means we have done everything, we had everything now. To sum up, I think we need to stop this argument. To sum up, only with practice we can master these connectors. After learning all these things, what's the conclusion we can make? To sum up, only with practice we can master these connectors. And the last one that I wish to introduce today is all in all, all in all, all in all. This phrase is used in conversations as well as in writing, but mostly in a casual way. All in all, organizing a surprise birthday party is certainly worth it. All in all, to sum up, to summarize, organizing a surprise birthday party is certainly worth it. Okay, so now that you know the most commonly used English connectors, you can use them in sentences and paragraphs with great confidence. So what are you waiting for? Start incorporating these useful English connectors in your daily life. Go on. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.